I always tell y'all when it's so funny when I come on, sometimes YouTube will have a message up for me to read, and it'll be like telling me something about the stream for, whatever they got going on. But I've noticed, like, I'm reading it and I don't even know that it's live yet, and you guys can't see the message only on this end. It makes me look crazy. So thank you for being with me. Let me get us situated. We have like we can see each other well. Peace. Peace and happy Saturday moment. Welcome to a Moment of Harmony. Moment of Harmony is a live stream, weekly live stream on healing and growing, becoming, elevating yourself, nurturing yourself, recovering yourself. Ashe. We have been in series after series after series under the umbrella of a Moment of Harmony. We have had a affirmation series, declaration series, a matter of moments, a praise break. We currently are in a not a, we're in a reflection series. I'm about to say our declaration. We're not there anymore. If you are, no problem. Get caught up. Hey, go back. Get all your series in. We are currently in a reflection series. 33 weeks of reflecting. We are going to be finishing out the year in reflection. I'm pretty sure that will be, yep, we'll be going on into the new year, guys. We're less than like 4 months away from the new year, which means that we're getting close to our annual prayer and purge with a moment of harmony. Hey, 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 hey. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be getting into all of it. Welcome and thank you for being here today. Today's reflection series is entitled Reflect on the Pressure. Ciao. And for anyone that is following me on Facebook, which is my main social media platform, the crew is definitely pushing me towards Instagram. I know I keep telling you I'm going to go there. But for those of you who don't know a little bit of my history, I've done 15 years of advocacy and community work in Baltimore City. And I am real big on not overwhelming myself these days. Like, I'll get to what I get to when I get to it. I'm present in the moment, giving my very best to where I am right in this second, right? So, y'all, I know some people are like, another social media platform is nothing. I'm a little bit of a workaholic, a little bit of a perfectionist, and when if I got multiple projects, I'm gonna be in all my projects. So my thing is like, take your time, do what you know. You know your brain. You know what I'm saying? You know how you work. So the crew is pushing me towards Instagram. We're on our way there. But right now I'm on Facebook and here on YouTube. And so for those that are friends of mine that do follow me on Facebook and, follow me on the feeds and things, y'all know I was all about pressure today. It was pressure, pressure, pressure. I'm coming up off of social media fast. I hit it hard this morning, was up, letting it take up my morning. And but pressure, 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 pressure. It was the word on my heart today. It's the word I'm going to portray today. Exude. Because yes, reflect on the pressure. So why reflect? Oh, first off, let me start off firstly by saying, happy belated spiritual heavenly birthday to my beautiful spiritual mother, Rachel Frazier. She is a mentor, a guide, love, grace, glory to me. Just really right now today, I'm a beast in the administrative world. I am grounded within myself. She has had a lot to do with that, and today is her birthday. I love her and miss her every day, so I had to give Rachel Frazier give her her moment, give her her flowers. I gave them to her when she was here and definitely when she's not, but I love her greatly, and I am doing a moment on her birthday. I didn't think that was a coincidence, so I definitely was like, love to her biological daughters, and all of her family. I love y'all so much. Y'all my sisters, and happy birthday, mama. So we are moving into our moment. Thank you all for your patience. And we're reflecting on the pressure. Why are we reflecting on the Pressure because pressure is killing us. We are cracking under pressure. We're drowning under pressure. We are falling under pressure. We're falling apart under the pressure. And pressure has a purpose. Pressure has a point. So for all of us that are inappropriately using it, reflecting on it inaccurately, we're looking back and we're not going back for what we need. The whole point of the reflection series. I want us to take a second to look back on the pressure so that we can make sure that we're obtaining, releasing, expressing, exuding, and utilizing pressure necessarily, as it should be, as it is necessary, appropriately. The pressure. I want us to look back on the pressure, the things that crushed us. I want us to look back on the things that pressed us, the things that made us, that honed us, that chipped away, that chiseled us, that structured us and built us. Pressure. Like they say, pressure busts pipes or makes diamonds. That means pressure must not be the problem, because pressure can do multiple things. If pressure only has one purpose in your life, if it has had a history of doing only one thing for you, we're looking at pressure differently. Reflect on the pressure, right? Reflect on the pressure. There's a point to it. There's a purpose to it. It is a tool. And I want us to be able to use pressure as a tool. Stop giving way to it in a way that we are submitting and being defeated beneath it. I want us to be able to look as warriors at pressure and say, okay, the Creator is putting me under pressure. There must be something I'm needing to do. There must be someone I'm supposed to become. There must be something that I'm supposed to understand. There must be an aspect, a component, an element to this circumstance that's going to take me to my next level. Pressure. 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 Okay? We are no longer going to be afraid of it. We are going to utilize it the correct way. And when we look back on it, y'all know how I feel about this reflection series. Look back at it, okay? When we look back at it, we're are looking back from a spirit of recuperation, of regeneration, of revision, of warriorship. We're not looking back in sadness. We're not looking back in remorse. We're not looking back in pain. We're looking back in productivity, in progress, in forward motion. We're looking back in purpose. And there is purpose in pressure. Somebody touch somebody and say there was a point to all the pressure. Ashe, there's a point to all this pressure, right? Pressure breaks, what is a pressure busts pipes or makes diamonds. The pressure isn't the problem. If it's breaking you, it's how we're using it. If it's making you, it's how you're using it. So I want us to look into pressure today, okay? So in today's moment, we are going to analyze crushed versus pressed. Crushed versus pressed. And we don't always see the difference. And we don't look on our accomplishments. We don't look into our history. We don't look into our becoming. We don't look into things the way we should, the way we're supposed to, the way that it was intended for us to, because we're so busy crying over a crush. Come on now. Somebody is up in here crying over being crushed, crying over something that's smashing you instead of looking for the pressure, right? Pushing back, pressure. I put on my Facebook this morning, apply pressure. Y'all, I want y'all to apply pressure to it all. Apply pressure to your dreams. Apply pressure to your relationships. Apply pressure to your emotional state and mental being. Apply pressure to your family and your expectations. Apply pressure to your finances and your goals. Apply pressure. Guess what comes out of things? We don't get wine or juice unless we squeeze on some fruit. You got to take the fruits of the creator. Creator plants a seed. It grows fruit. This is you. It gets pressed. It gets utilized. It gets expedited, right? It gets created. It gets transformed. It gets reformed in a pure form. So I want us to get to a point where we are reflecting on the pressure. When we're looking back, when we're going back to get, when we're going back to obtain, when we're going back to understand, when we're looking through, looking in, looking over. We're reflecting on the pressure, and we're not getting caught up on crushed versus pressed. Some of us think that that teen pregnancy crushed you when it pressed you. Come on now. Some of us think that divorce crushed you when it was just pressuring you. It just pressed you. I'm putting up a Facebook Harmony Original today or tomorrow that's going to say, look, God is not punishing you, he's pushing you, right? So sometimes we think something crushed us is crushing us when it is pressuring us. It's just pressing you. Okay, you think that that dropping out of school or that failed football dream or that incarceration, or you think that that beef with your family member or that loss of that family member, you think it crushed you. You thought it was crushing you when it was pressing you. Crushed versus pressed. It's a thing. And when we look back over these things and we're sad about these things and we're downtrodden about these things and we're disheartened about the things that made us, I want us to reflect differently. You get differently when you reflect differently. You comprehend differently when you reflect differently. You take differently into your future, into your endeavors, into your next level of yourself when you look back differently. Y'all, we looking back at it. Okay? We in a reflection series, looking back at it, and we looking back different. We're looking back healed. We're looking back grown. We're looking back complete. We're looking back from our core. We're looking back divinely, looking back at it. Okay? Crushed versus pressed. Reflect on the pressure, y'all. I want y'all, when y'all get into the position of trying to figure out, why are you here? Why are you going through what you're going through? Why are you dealing with what you're dealing with? Why is your plate so full? Why is your weight so heavy? Why are your expectations? Why are your standards? I want you to think about the pressure. Why so much pressure? Y'all, I want you to think about the harder something is, the stronger something is. When we want to get something out of it, we have to apply more pressure. So if you have pressure on your spirit right now, I want you to reflect on it. If you just didn't have it easy, I'm just talking about childhood wasn't easy. Adolescence wasn't easy. Your goals and obtaining your goals, they just weren't easy. Just going after what you wanted and going after what you were trying to go through. Praises, sis. Praises, sis. Going after what you went through and you just trying to say it wasn't easy. I'm just trying to figure out why it was never easy. Instead of you getting to the point of woe is me, sad is me, broken down is me, poor little old me, I want you to know that the Creator felt like a pressure. That pressure needed to be applied to you. You must be something like a big deal. You must got something like a big calling on your life. You must have something strong and genuine. You can't, listen, you can't get to what you're trying to get to without applying that pressure. And the Creator is trying to get to you. Why would the big old great and grand Creator waste all his great and grand time trying to get to something that ain't nothing? Why would he waste all his great and grand time trying to break through to something, remold something, reconstruct something that ain't gonna be nothing? That's not how God works. This is the Creator of all things, big and small, grand and wonderful. The Creator of the entire universe, who created the entirety of our existence. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, create. He was trying to get into you. He trying to break into you. He's trying to break into you. Listen, don't nobody break into an abandoned house. It's already open. Ain't nobody trying to get up. Listen, you break into the baddest house on the block. If that's what they do. Why is the Creator breaking into you? Why is he taking your whole life apart? Why are you worth being under the microscope, going into the lab? Why all the pressure? Reflect on the pressure. Ashe, some of us thinks we were being crushed when we were being pressed. I want us to look back at it differently. I want us to go forward differently. I want us in our reflection and our redirection and in our honing of self, I want us to do it differently. Was I being crushed? Was that breakup? Was that a crushing? Was that ending? Was that a crushing? Was that graduation? Was that a crushing? Was that failure? Was that a crushing? Was I being crushed? Or was I being pressed? Reflect on the pressure. I guarantee you was pressing you. He was squeezing something out of you. He was making something out of you. He was bringing something out of you. Look at it. What did it do for you? Oh my God, I swear single mother is my ringtone. Look, I ain't proud of it. It's just the ringtone. You know what I'm saying? Till I change my song, okay? Till the creator changed that station for me. But my thing is, why? You know how much pressure? Do you know how much pressure? Till I got to the point of saying, what are you making, creator? What are you creating in me, creator? Why all the pressure? Why all the pressure? You trying to make a diamond. I was crying, but I didn't realize that you were trying to make a diamond. I was stressing, and I didn't realize that the pressing was squeezing all the best, that you were bringing the best of me out. Why'd you see fit to break into me? Why you see fit to reconstruct me? Why you see fit to look into me? Y'all reflect on the pressure. There's a point to the pressure. There's a purpose to the pressure. Ashe. So how we tell a difference? You saying, all right, mama. You sitting up in here saying, I'm looking back at the pressure. I'm looking back at the abuse. I'm looking back at the violations. I'm looking back at the violence. I'm looking back at the pain. I'm looking back at the negligence and the disappointments. And I'm looking at them and I'm trying to find out what was crushing me and what was pressing me, so that in my reflection, I am divine in moving forward, right? My analysis is filtered to the point now that it is clearly observed, right? It's clearly comprehended. So I'm trying to do it, mama, but what are you talking about? How do I know the difference between being crushed and being pressed? And so here's the thing. If you experienced something, that crushed you, there's a part of you, there's a side of you that no longer exists. You are distorted in yourself. You are distorted in yourself. I want us to think about a can that is cylinder in shape, that is hollow, that had a function, and when you crush it, it is no longer its shape, it is no longer its size, it is no longer its contents, and it is no longer its makeup, meaning no longer even hollow on the inside. It is all flat. It is a piece of material. At this point, it's just metal. When something is crushed, it is forever changed and not for the better, right? It is not, because pressure changes you too, but pressure transforms, right? In a way that you become better. You become more. What you were before, you are now added to. Crushing is the exact opposite. Crushing is finite. When you experience your trauma, when you experience your disappointment, when you experience your letdown, when you experience your pain, did it stop you from growing? Did it stop you from being? Did it stop you from becoming? Did it break your joy? Did you stop smiling? Did you stop dreaming? Did you stop becoming? Did you stop praising? Did you stop hoping? Did you stop wishing? If that happened, it crushed you. See, we're confusing it because we think when our father didn't raise us, it crushed us. We think that when our mother wasn't what we needed it to be or what we wanted it to be, we thought that it crushed us. Look back at it. Look back at it. That's all I'm saying. Look back at it. Did it crush you? Did it kill you? You know, we have this thing now. Me and my sister use a lot with the children, and whenever they start to get all, because you know, this generation of babies are dramatic. Okay, they're a little bit weak, wiser but weaker. You know, that's what the doc says, wiser but weaker. And we just like, but did it kill you? Oh, I this, oh, and that, but did it kill you? Okay, not to be insensitive, not to say trauma and pain and these things aren't real, but I'm saying when you really look back at it, did it crush you? Was it a finite? Did you shut down? Some of us did. And that's why I want us to look back on it now and say, was that the intention? Do you serve a cruel creator that just wanted to crush your dreams? Just wanted to crush your childhood and crush your innocence and crush your hope, crush your heart, crush your faith, crush your future? Or do you serve a fruitful, magnificent, omnipotent, wonderful, and abundant creator that just applies pressure, that has a strategy of success, that has a strategy of love? Do you serve that type of God? Because if you do, I guarantee you, as painful as it was, as traumatizing as it was, as hurtful as it was, as harmful as it was, as hard as it was pressure. It was pressure. The Creator saw fit to apply pressure to your childhood. You could just come up out the ground like any other rose if you wanted to. You could just grow right up under the sunlight and the water if it was so fit and written in your story. But the Creator chose for you to grow through concrete. Put you in a desert and wanted you to grow. Come on now, why? 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 Why all the pressure, Creator? Why I didn't grow in a garden like everybody else? Bedtime stories and two-parent households and gated fences and silver spoons. You know what I'm saying? Why all the pressure? There was a point to the pressure. There was a purpose to the pressure. I want you to look back at it. Were you being crushed or were you being pressed? If you were being pressed, now come on, y'all. Well, if you were being pressed, something popped off. We're talking about like pushing a button. If you were being pressed, something happened within you. That teen pregnancy took you on another level. That failure, that blown out knee, that lost dream, that bankruptcy, it took you to another level. So when you tell your story, you tell about the pressure differently. Because you understand that, look, it was not no crystal staircase for me. The walls were closing in on me. The volcano was erupting on me. There was a lid on the ceiling for me. I had to break through. All my blessings have been breakthroughs. And I wasn't going to break through, burst through, get through any of it without the pressure. Sometimes you got to just say, Creator, thank you for deeming me worthy of pressure. Thank you for thinking and believing that I was strong enough. Look, some people say, God, a call is coming through and I know it delays the audio whenever people call me. Come on, family. Y'all know about my moment now. Y'all know I'm in my moment, right? Okay. So hopefully it's back on track, okay? But I saw a saying that said, what did it say? It said, God doesn't give you more than you can bear. You just wish he didn't think you were so strong, right? I've heard that before, a cute little saying. But I'm saying I want us to revere, take reverence in the fact that the Creator thanks you. So look, the manufacturer that created the product knows what the product can hold. And so you're sitting there like this manufacturer made this sofa and puts 100 pounds on the sofa. And you're saying, This is a lot of weight on the sofa. So, and you're trying to just figure out why so much. Come on, sit a 10-pound person on me. Sit a 20-pound person on me. But the manufacturer, this is what I'm talking about in finding our reverence. You gonna make me and then put something on me to break me. That sounds like confusion. That sounds like chaos. That does not sound like Mayat. That does not sound like divinity. That does not sound like strategic alignment. Why is the creator going to put something on you that can break you? If it's great, if it's a great load, the creator thinks and believes you got a great hold. If it's a great load, what is it that you believe about me, creator? That's how I want us to look back at it. That's how I want us to reflect on pressure. My God, look at my plate. My God, look at my agenda. Look at my responsibilities. Look at my obligations. Look at my story. Look at my results. Look at my outcome. What is it that you think I can do? Who is it that you think I am? You think I'm an army? What is it that you made in me? This is the reflection. This is the reflection. This is the reflection, y'all, for the new direction. What is it that you put in me that makes you so confident that I'm going to take all this down? That I'm going to reconstruct this whole situation, that I am going to transform this, that I'm going to use this as a stepping stone, a footstool to my greatness. You think I can, what? You think I can deal with this? You think I can handle this? You think I can do this? The creator says I built you. Oops. I know what you're made of. So how do I know if I'm being crushed? I know that if the creator put it on me, there's something that he put in me. Come on now. If he put it on you, he put it in you. The manufacturer knows what you can handle. Won't put an elephant on the sofa unless the sofa was built to carry an elephant. Y'all following? So I know that if you put it on me, you put it in me, and I need to reflect on the pressure differently. This ain't no walk in the park. Other people's journeys just looking a little bit normal, looking a little bit regular, looking very calm. Why? Why me? That's the question, right? Why all the pressure for you? You aren't being crushed. You are being pressed. You aren't being crushed. You are being pressed. What is in you that the creator wants to get out of you? What is so important that the creator needs to bring to the surface of yourself? Look back at it. Look back at it differently. Okay. Now, so we say, looking back when we're reflecting over the pain, over the trauma, we're looking at being crushed versus being pressed. We're seeing the purpose in it, the divinity in it. We're reshaping our mindsets about it. We are looking back at it differently. We're reflecting in a divine way, intentional way, healing way, growing way. We're moving forward. Then we want to go through, how do we tell the difference? Okay. I want to go back over my history. I want to go back over my life. I want to go back over my journey. And all these things that I thought were crushing me, I need to go back over and understand, reevaluate that they were pressing me, go back and press the memory, press the circumstance, get out of it what I was actually supposed to get out of it, what I was intended to get out of it, so that I can have it for now. So, crest versus press, got that. We know how to tell the difference. We got that now. Now that I'm looking at pressure differently, now that I'm reflecting on pressure in a divine way, Mama, how do I use the pressure? Because the pressure from the past is one thing, and then the pressure from the future, my gosh, that's a whole nother thing. But I got pressure right now. Yesterday pressure, tomorrow pressure, today pressure. I got my mama's pressure. I got some inherited pressure. Okay? Pressure and chains and restraints and conflicts and constraints and pressure. The pressure I want us to reflect. How do we use the pressure? Okay, y'all. I got my little notes over here, so y'all know I'm be referring to my notes, because I came up with a metaphor or an example that I want us to look into when we talk about how to use pressure. And I wanted to use today the pressure cooker, right? For any of y'all, like y'all know, I got a house full of people. And when it comes to the full houses and the cooking off for 2 and 3 hours, that's not your girl. So we got the pressure cooker, right? We have all these cooking apparatuses that makes dinner quicker, okay? Pressure cooker is one of them. How the pressure cooker works, right? The pressure cooker works with food and water, uncooked food and water inside of a pot that has a sealed, locked lid. Follow me, follow me. It uses heat. There's heat that's applied to the pot that creates steam that raises the pressure on the locked lid that doesn't allow it to escape, and it causes the steam to go into the food to cook the food more tender and quicker. Now, at some point, there's a timer that has a pressure release valve that allows steam to exit the pressure cooker at just the right time in order to allow for the food to be complete quickly, but also not explode the pot or the apparatus that the heat is applied to. Follow me, y'all. Follow me. Look, some of y'all say, I got a pressure cooker, Mom. Where you going with this? I got you. The steam and the pressure are what helps the food to cook faster. All right, so metaphor time. Let's walk through it, right? A pressure cooker has a locked lid. Y'all, a lot of times when we're in pressure, we're under pressure, we're in pain, we're being pressed, we are in isolation. It is why the pressure is so heavy, is because we are locked away. We feel alone. We feel kept. We feel stuck. We feel restrained. I want to tap somebody and tell y'all that's on purpose. Okay? It's on purpose. I put up a Harmony original other day to say he's only isolating you because he's elevating you. We don't serve a cruel creator, and we need each other to grow and to nurture and to become. We are a spiritual people of connection. Connection is what makes us better. So why would the creator disconnect you? He's doing something, right? Divine strategy, okay? If you are alone, if you are stuck, and you are stuck alone, this is the sealed lid, you're stuck. A lot of the pressure comes right when we're feeling stuck. I don't know where to go left. I don't know where to go right. I'm so conflicted. I'm so confused. Come on, y'all. This is how we're going to use pressure. You're stuck. The lid is on tight. So your lid is on tight. You're stuck. Whatever you're going through. You're stuck in a marriage you don't want to be in. You're stuck in a job you don't want to be in. You're stuck in a reality you don't want to be in. You're stuck in your past. You're stuck in your pain. You're stuck. Your lid is on and it's sealed tight. Mind you, the pressure cooker got to have a sealed lid. Because when the pressure get real, it'll blow. Some of us been blowing. Listen, if you're stuck, okay, this is divine strategy. So you're stuck. Your lid is on tight. The next step is that heat is applied to the pressure cooker. Heat is applied to the pot. All right, y'all. We're stuck. We don't know where to go. And then heat gets applied, right? Here comes drama. Here comes trauma. Here comes expectation. Here comes your family pressing up on you. Here comes the bill people pressing up on you. This is the heat. And you looking like you going to turn the heat up. Listen, y'all. Last season was one of my hardest, most revealing, most enlightening seasons of my life. You gonna wait. Listen, I done had this conversation with God. You gonna wait till I'm on my own to apply heat? The cruelty. You gonna apply the heat? Yes, I know you're suffering, but I need this money. I know you're struggling, but I need this. I know you're doing this, but you got to show up this way, but you got to make this happen, but you got to do this right now. I said, oh my God, talk about being kicked when you're down. Listen, divine strategy. So the lid is locked. Y'all, I'm getting hot up in here. I think I'm going to take this out. The lid is locked, right? I think they cut this air off in my house all early. The heat wave is coming. Don't get too excited, you know. So the lid is locked. The heat is on. Come on, yeah. If you're right there, just say you're right there. The heat is on. And then the steam starts. Somebody say the steam starts, child. Look, lid is locked. I was already stuck. The heat is on. Here comes the man. Here comes and then the steam starts. Y'all, steam is moisture, right? The steam is the moisture. That's your sweat. That's your tears. Okay, the steam starts. Some of y'all thinking when you're ready to break down in tears, your heart has welled up and it needs to release. You think that you're weak. You think you're falling. Listen, you're growing. You're growing, you're being pressed. If you got to cry it out at night, you're being pressed. Creator, you're pressing me. It's the juice. It's the wine. It's coming. Let it out. Let it flow. Your lid is locked. The heat is on. And then comes the steam. Child, this is your sweat. This is your tears. This is your weariness. But this is what happens. The steam does something, y'all. It's a purpose to the pressure. Because the lid is locked and the heat is on and the pressure is on, there is food that is not done. There is raw, uncooked food in this pot. And in order for it's something that was nothing being made into something. But it's not going to cook itself, right? We could put it in a frying pan and cook it quick. We could put it in the oven and let it bake, but we gonna put it in the pressure cooker because it's gonna give us an oven result in a microwave manner. The pressure cooker is so good because it gives you a long marinated type of situation done quickly. Somebody said when the Creator needs you to elevate quickly. Come on now. When he needs you to get there now. When he's ready for you to move right now. When you've been procrastinating on your dreams and you've been sleeping on yourself and you've been backburning your situation, the Creator will put you under pressure. And we like to say, oh, I work better under pressure. I'm better under pressure. Child. But when pressure gets to pressuring, we like, never mind. Next time. So listen. You about to get something that does not cook, is not cooked. Something that's nothing into something that's becoming, into something that is, and you're going to get it done in one session. Come on now. We ain't got to thaw it out and then clean it and then marinate it and then bake it. We're taking a 4-hour cooking or a 4-day cooking process and we're doing it in less than an hour because we're putting it under pressure. We're taking, this is when the Creator say it's all happening in one season. Come on now. Don't be scared of the pressure. It's all happening in one season. It's about to come back to you in one season. You're about to have a breakthrough in one season. It's about to happen for you in one season. And it's the pressure. We're under the lid. We're stuck. We're isolated. We're alone. The heat gets turned up. Child. And then the steam starts. We cry about it. We sweating about it. We working about it. We fasting about it. We praying about it, right? And then this is the thing. It's already hot. I'm already stuck. It's already pressure or steam. This is the thing that the steam does in the pressure cooker. This is the point of the steam, guys. The point of your tears. The point of your moisture. The point of your sweat. The steam raises the pressure. The steam is the most important, one of the most important components of the pressure cooker. This is why the lid is on so tight, so that you don't find the relief when you need it, so that you have to use it. Come on now. Listen, if you had a way out, you take it. Creator knows you, he made you. You ain't trying to suffer. You're not trying to focus. You're not trying to sacrifice. You don't want the discipline. Creator said no, but you will. But I'll put you in a position where you'll have to focus. I'll take it all away so that you have to focus. I'll put you in a place so that you must sacrifice, so that you can have discipline. I'm going to put you in it. The steam raises the pressure. It is the pressure that then goes inside of what is raw, needing to be made. Come on now. Some of y'all still raw. Some of y'all wounds still raw. You need to be whole. You need to be completed. You need to be healed. You need to be done well. You need to be well. So the steam goes into this uncooked, undone meat, food, meal, whatever it is you're making, vegetables, what have you. And it is the pressure and the steam that cooks it. Here's the thing with the pressure cooker: quickly. Come on, y'all. This is the part y'all miss about pressure. Look back on it. When you reflect on pressure, do it from a divine place. Somebody say quickly. Somebody say, I prayed for it, but I didn't know it was going to happen so quickly. Someone say, I asked for it, but I didn't know it was going to come so quickly. Somebody say, I needed it, and all of a sudden, it was the pressure. Y'all, what if I tell you it was the pressure? It was the pressure. Quickly. So it is the steam that creates the pressure, that raises the pressure on you in the pressure cooker. It is the steam that raises the pressure that gets the food cooked quicker. Here's the other part to pressure, y'all. How to use pressure. Follow me. Then there is a timer that goes off. After there's been a certain amount of pressure applied to the uncooked food and the food begins to cook quickly, there is a timer that goes off. Somebody say a timer. Somebody say a timer. Y'all, what are you talking about a time? I'm talking about seasons. I'm talking about seasons. Y'all, stop being under pressure like it's forever. You're treating your pressure like it's forever. You're treating your pain like it's forever. You're treating your problems like they're forever. There's a timer on the pressure cooker, y'all. Divine strategy. Somebody say the timer. Tell your pain you only got a matter of time. Listen, because once I get the lesson and the blessing, this is over for you. Once I grow up out of this situation, this is over for you. Once I gain what the Creator put me here for, it's over for you. It's only a matter of time, y'all. There's a timer on a pressure cooker. Yes, it has a lid. Yes, it has heat. Yes, it has steam. It has a timer too. Somebody say grace and mercy. Grace and mercy. There's a timer on the pressure cooker. Okay, so there's a timer on the pressure cooker. What the timer does is it causes a release valve to open at a particular time in order to let some of the steam out to keep the pressure cooker from exploding. Somebody say grace. I just want you to say grace. Listen, this is how you know that there is a purpose to the pressure. The Creator said, if I wanted it to destroy you, it would have destroyed you. Come on. If I thought that all the pressure in the pressure cooker was going to explode the pot, I wouldn't have put a timer on it, and I wouldn't have put a release valve. Come on. If I wanted it to kill you, guess what it would have done? If I wanted it to destroy you, guess what it could have done? I didn't have to put a timer on your growth. I didn't have to put a timer on your process. I didn't have to put some grace and mercy in your season, but it is just that, grace and mercy in your season. When you get what you're supposed to get, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to release the pressure. Come on now, y'all. Don't act like you ain't been up against the wall and God just took some pressure Somebody just sent a text. Somebody just prayed for you. Someone just came through for you. Someone live, and I'm just going to say loved and took care of you. Someone was there for you, right? You saw a sign. You heard a song. Come on. When the time was up. When you were done, when you went from nothing to becoming to something at the right time, the Creator ordered your steps. He orchestrated your pressure. Y'all, this is the whole point of today's moment. The Creator is orchestrating the pressure. That means we need not fear or fret the pressure. We need not run and hide from the pressure. We need to embrace, look at it differently, change our perspective into divine perspective for the pressure. In the pressure cooker, this is our analogy, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me. You know your girl's brain is on 100, right? Be on some other stuff. The Creator, we just going to listen. We're going to go back over it real quick. The Creator puts you in so you're in the pressure cooker, not done, not where you need to be, not at your next level, ready to go, nothing to becoming to something. He puts you in isolation. He puts you stuck. You're stuck. Puts the lid on tight. That pressure cooker, the lid is sealed for a reason, so that the pressure doesn't escape and it can do what it needs to do. Then you are heated, and then you get steam. This is your moisture. And then you get pressure. And then the pressure creates. The pressure makes. The pressure does. The pressure pushes. And then just at the right time, a timer goes off when you're done, when you're ready, when your season is over, and the Creator releases just enough pressure to signal that it's time. Listen, tea is made the same way, y'all. And I just thought of this one just now. Listen, tea comes the same way when you have a kettle. Not, you know what I'm talking about, not the pot tea, okay? Not us doing it the hood way. But the kettle tea, same thing. Water, tea bag goes in the water. Water heats up. The pressure, it has a funnel. It's closed in. That pressure pushes the steam all the way through to make the kettle whistle. Come on, y'all. This is the praise. This is saying that when I've heated you up, when I've put you through, when you change, meaning in the tea kettle went water. What comes out of the tea kettle is tea. When I put your ingredients together and I heated you up and I put you under pressure, you became. And when you become at the right time, it opens up. And when this thing opens up, I want to hear your praise. Y'all give praise for the pressure. There's praise. There's a praise in your pressure, guys. This is what I'm saying. Reflect on the pressure. I know you're feeling it. I know you're in it. I know it's hurting. I know it's constant. Listen. It's supposed to be. Child, I have cried out. Shout out to Him. I have shouted out, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? He says everything. I want it all. You're worth it all. You have it all. I want you to become your best and greatest of selves. Peace. I want you to become your better and most wonderful self. I'm going to press you for it. I'm going to press you for it. You and my babies go through and they going through, y'all. I got 3 teenagers at once, child. Some one of them think they grown because they listen. Like some of them think they grown. I tell a Creator, bend them. That's what I say. Break them. Why I keep saying that? Bend them. I tell a Creator, bend them, but don't break them. I know that the praise is in the pressure. I'm not naive enough that you ain't going to have to put them through a strainer. I'm not sitting up in here hoping and wishing they don't have to go through nothing and experience anything, because I know that the praise is in the pressure. Creator, I know you gotta press them. I'm asking for the mercy in the season. Creator, bend them but don't break them when you make them. I know you gotta make them. Listen, we come in with Mama Tina said, I want to be made over. She said, I want to be made. Make me over. I know y'all heard me say this 1,000 times. I want to be made over. Guess what, pressure? I'm going to press you. I'm going to press it out of you, your greatness. I'm going to press it out of you, your healing. I'm going to press it out of you, your becoming. I'm going to press it out of you, your enlightening. I'm going to press it out of you, your purpose, your tomorrow, your next level, your becoming, your enlightenment, your encouragement. I'm going to get it out of you. You're going to give it because I'm going to get it. And I'm going to put you up under the pressure, y'all. That's praise and the pressure. I want us to look back at it differently. I want us to look into it differently. I want us to think about it divinely. Reflect on the pressure. Thank y'all for joining me for another moment of harmony. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful and incredible Saturday. I will be sure to see you very, very soon for another moment. Oh, next week I'll be in Miami. We really might go live from Miami. Shout out to Dan and her bachelorette party number 2. She's doing that thing, y'all. Listen, she's setting all types of wedding goals. So we're going to be out there. Girls trip. We're going to be out there in Miami next weekend, getting it in. So I'm probably going to go live from there, which means I'm going to be a little bit tan, a little bit fanned. Hey, let's do it, okay? It's going to be a bright moment. And I look forward to seeing you on a moment of harmony, for a moment of harmony, for a beautiful and incredible moment that we can share together next week. Thank you so much, and you be blessed.